Hello everybody and welcome back to MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, where we have this transmission, apparently, from the Lyran Rebels. Okay, greetings, Commander. You may call us the Independent People of Sky. We represent a number of units under the employ of House Steiner, currently assigned to the front line against House Karita. In 3023, House Steiner shocked the entire Inner Sphere with the creation of their first new mech design in generations, the Hatchetman. That was last year. I saw the news ticker come up down here. The Archon said that this new mech would help bolster the country's mech regiments with a new line mech. But in reality, the mech has mostly been distributed to forces loyal to the Archon and those warmongering pigs in the Federated Suns. Yeah, but at least they have a lot of autocannons, so there is that. Doing nothing for those of us in the Isle of Skye as our home defenses are slowly whittled down every day by raiders from the Draconis Combine. We've learned that the Archon and Defiance Industries have delivered an entire company of new Hatchetman mechs to the 19th Arcturan Guards, a formerly prestigious unit before they incurred major losses at the hands of House Karita decades ago. While this may sound like a legitimate reason to refit the unit with new mechs, I assure you it is not. In the decades since their collapse, the 19th has become a dumping ground for the spoiled sons and daughters of the Commonwealth's wealthiest families entering the LCAF. Riding high on the coattails of the 19th's storied past to further elevate their own social status while turning the unit itself into their own state-sponsored frat house. That sounds a lot like the armed forces of the Lyran Commonwealth. No doubt about that. As the first brand new mech designed in over a century, the Hatchetman has become a hot commodity that the Archon is willing to throw these petulant brats in order to appease their wealthy industrialist parents, rather than supporting those of us on the front lines who are in desperate need of new equipment to fight our actual enemies. I wish we had a better way of doing this, but we're left with no more options. We want your unit to disable as many of these Hatchetmen as possible so that we may take possession of them. We can't overtly move against our own countrymen, but we are in desperate need of those mechs to defend ourselves against Karitan aggression. So we're seeking your aid in capturing and acquiring these Hatchetmen and putting them in the hands of the people that truly need them. Will you help us? I'm sure they'll give us a Hatchetman. That's probably what that's going to end up looking like. So, at this point, we have the Bow and Arrow Part 3 contract here. What is the difficulty of that Hatchetman quest? That's a Hatchetman's a 45-tonner, so yeah, this is difficulty 3. We should probably go do this next, but as long as we're here, we should probably get Bow and Arrow completed, to be honest. So that'll be fine. However, that did make me think of something. Remember that Raven we ran into a while back, and I said, I don't know if those exist yet. The Hatchetman was just made, and that was the first new mech in a century. I gotta look this up. When was the Raven introduced? To Sarna.net. Let's find out. So the Raven. What do we got here? The Raven? Yup. Okay, I thought so. Let me just pull this up here. Look at this. Raven. Production year 3048. Okay. Yup. So we definitely shouldn't... I guess the Raven 1X had an original 3024 prototype. So maybe that's actually not wrong. Interesting. So a 3024 prototype of what would become the RVN 3L. But many of the Ravens captured by the Federated Suns in the Forced Succession War were refit in 3030. So yeah, there was definitely a prototype that pre-existed, and that prototype, I believe we did see the 1X variant. And yeah, so I guess that is absolutely correct, but also my gut instincts were correct that Ravens kind of don't exist in this time period, so there's that. It's also 3025 now, and that's fine. So let's go ahead and run this mission. So, are we interested in salvage here? Honestly, yes, but also no. I feel like 24 is not actually enough to be worthwhile because that's not enough salvage points to get us heavies or assaults. In which case, we're better off just getting C-bill payouts for right now. Something like this. Yeah. That's probably the best way to go. This is going to be spicy. I'm 99% certain about that. And this is the heaviest lance that we can field without bringing in the awesome. Which the awesome, of course, is not repaired at this time. So we can give this a go, but I don't know about this. This tonnage seems spicy. But maybe if we're careful. Let's see how this goes.
We're moving on a decommissioned base that the Archer may be stationed at.
Commander, I believe my father would have hidden the mech somewhere within the walls of the base when he retired. I doubt my brother will be far behind, though. You'll need to secure that facility, and fast.
Okay.
You've reached the target, Commander. We need to keep as much of this facility preserved as possible, Commander, if we are to have any hope of our salvage teams finding Kincaid's mech after all this is over. This is the place, Commander. Fan out and secure the facility so the support forces can move in. I'll assume command of the base.
New target.
Hostile forces just crossed the perimeter, Commander. They're heading your way.
That wasn't the button I was looking for.
With the Waco Rangers. You're trespassing on private property of Bowie Kincaid. Depart this facility immediately, or you will be fired upon.
The Waco Rangers? How can Bowen afford to bring that lot into this?
I doubt he would be able to afford to contract out the entirety of the Rangers. Most likely, Bowen contracted out the Rangers Reserve Battalion on a short-term basis until he finds his father's Archer.
Couldn't he just buy a new mech of his own with all this cash? Why lease out a merc outfit just to hunt down a single mech?
Despite my father, as long as that mech is out there, some part of our father and our family's noble lineage lives on. But he has no intention of using the mech himself or honoring our family. He just wants it for himself, so he can destroy the last vestige of our heritage. That's why we must stop him.
Hostiles are escalating their assault on your position, Commander. Be careful.
Well, so far this hasn't been very
Target
high-threat
acquired.
enemies. So that's definitely noted.
Target destroyed.
More
New
light mechs
target,
coming in.
Locust.
That's a
Target
locust over here.
acquired.
I'm not even going to assign targets here because these are very low-threat enemies. Okay. What's this out over
New
here?
target Panther.
Noted. Okay.
Yeah!
Target destroyed.
Systems blown to bits!
Cool. So there's a panther out over here. There he
Target
is.
acquired.
Excellent. We're in kind of an awkward situation as far as the lighting goes. It's a little bit too light to use night vision and a little too dark to not use night vision. So here we are. Okay, buddy. You gotta stop.
Target destroyed.
Get clear!
There we go.
Target acquired.
So we've got a J. Edgar up over here. There are 33 enemy units, so this is definitely going to escalate. We've taken out approximately a third of them.
Enemy forces continuing to converge on your location. Stay frosty, Commander.
Indeed. We don't really have the range to potshot these VTOLs at this point, but we're keeping an eye on the sensors. Come here,
Target
VTOLs.
acquired.
Yeah, this is really too far away to utilize our PPCXs. There's some mechs out over here, noted. Okay. Now we can start taking out some of these VTOLs. There we
Target
go.
destroyed.
And of course, there are the
Target
mechs up over
acquired.
here. That's a Hunchback 4G.
Commander's target, group up.
Okay. That guy, he's got to go. I don't like this angle. So we're going to come in over here. But the idea being, if I can see, I'd like to eliminate that AC-20 of his. And there we go. So he's no threat.
Target acquired.
So now we can head up and take out this J. Edgar. Wow, I'm actually shocked he survived that. There we go.
Enemy mech eliminated.
Okay. Now we've got a couple more light mechs out over here. So that's easy enough.
Weapon systems down. Ejecting.
You don't seem like you're ejecting.
Target
There you
destroyed.
go. Okay. So there's one more light mech out over here. That Hunchback could have been a threat with that AC-20.
Target
I think it
acquired.
hit us with one shot of it. So, I mean, we definitely took some damage there. Okay, come here, you little guy. Where are you at? It's down to 80% health. A lot of that is probably our allies hitting the base, to be honest with you. Okay, so let's take out this Locust. He is not very far away. He's a little far enough. He's kind of far enough that we don't really want a PPCX until now. Cool. Legged him. He is toast.
Nice kill, Commander. It's going crit.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Reconnaissance flights show increased enemy presence in the vicinity. Be on the lookout for further hostiles.
Okay, so we've taken down about half of the enemies at this time. I see
Target
more VTOLs
acquired.
on the way in. Focus fire that Igor.
Focusing fire.
I'd like to take that down with LRMs, ideally. Ooh, that wasn't a great LRM shot. Wow, neither was that. You gotta lock on, buddy. What are you doing? Okay,
Target
there's the
eliminated.
Igor taken down.
Target
Nice.
acquired.
Okay, so we've got a bunch of little vehicles around.
This location wasn't built to withstand military-grade weapon fire. We need to pull them away from the buildings.
Target
Oh,
destroyed.
we're working on it. There's a lot of guys on the far side of the facility at this point, so I want to head around. Well, hello there. I want to head around. There are multiple mechs here shut down. Interesting. There's that Locust right out over there. But we do need to get over to the far side of the facility here. This is kind of when I wish I was in the Stalker, but it's fine.
Target
Okay.
acquired.
This Locust has got to go. Get out of here, buddy.
Target is down.
There we go. We legged him, I think. Yep. He is legged. And now he's dead.
Target destroyed.
My scope is lighting up with more targets converging on your position, Commander. Stay frosty.
Okay, that's understood. There are 11 enemies left. I see 2 of them on scope right now, and they are vehicles. So that seems relatively fine.
Eliminated.
This is a harasser up
acquired.
here. Okay. Slightly out of laser range, but it's all good.
Destroyed.
That's a VTOL there, and I see a medium.
New target
We've
blocked.
got your target, Commander.
Okay. I just told our
Target
allies to go after
destroyed.
that blackjack. We're going to loop around over here and also go that direction. So for now, this seems fine. We know there's a grand total of 8 additional enemies. The blackjack is 1, and we don't know what the other 7 are. But so far, this has not been particularly threatening, which tells me that we're probably about to see a big escalation.
Target acquired.
AWS-8Q? Okay, noted. Continue working on this blackjack.
Heat critical.
Okay. Blackjack's about to go down.
Commander's kill
There
is
we go.
about to explode.
Focus on that
Affirmative.
AWS-8Q.
Commander's target is now priority.
So this is the variant of awesome that I wanted. This is the generic awesome variant. Okay. So we're just closing in on this guy. He's taken some armor damage. But I want to dip behind here as we recycle. There we go. And he is looking this way. Not exactly what I want to see. Okay. We're going to look to get in behind this awesome, ideally.
Explosion imminent. Your target is about
Okay.
to crit, Commander.
The awesome is down,
Target
but we got to
acquired.
get out of here because it's going to go boom. Cool.
New target.
So next up, of course, is this Thunderbolt.
Heat critical.
And the Thunderbolt is focusing
Shared
us
target
right now.
identified.
But let's just keep moving here. Our left leg is damaged, so I want to get turned around here and present the right leg to this guy. Oh, the right leg is damaged now too. Amazing. And the right leg is already gone. Okay. We also lost the AC-5, apparently. Or we're out of ammo for it, one or the other.
Tangos appear to be bringing in additional reinforcements. Brace yourselves.
Okay, so we are low on our health at this point. We know that there is a grand total of 5 remaining enemies. So we're going to have to... Okay. That's a dropship coming in. We see a VTOL, a Locust, an SRM-20. Sure. I'm not sure where that dropship is, but the VTOL's down. Let's focus fire on that Locust for now. It's out of here. Then there's an SRM-20. I see a Charger and a Shadowhawk.
Lance target engaged.
Go after the Shadowhawk for now. I'm going to go after the SRM carrier out over here. Looking to snipe that from range, ideally. Okay. It's still a ways out there, and rocks in between are causing us some problems. There we go. It's gone. So now we can look at that Shadowhawk. We can see the Shadowhawk has taken significant damage. Continue to work on that. Bring him down. There's his leg gone. Excellent. The Shadowhawk is just about out of here.
Enemy
There we
mech
go.
eliminated.
Focus fire on that Charger now. I
I could
need to
use
get out
some
of here.
defensive help over here.
Oh yeah, the Stalker's taking some damage for sure. We are cresting this hill so as to block LOS with the Charger. There we go.
Targeted mech is heavily damaged.
Yeah, the Stalker is taking a lot of damage right now. Just lighting up the Charger. Hoping not to take too much here. Okay. Ow. Okay, so we lost a laser there. That is absolutely understood.
Tango eliminated.
And there he goes. Okay.
I'm showing all remaining Ranger units are falling back from the area. I think we're in the clear for the time being, but I doubt we've seen the last of them. We're bringing in the dropship and the salvage crew to search the compound now, Commander. Sit tight.
That was really close to going very sideways. Luckily, we took minimal damage. That could have been a lot worse. I think the Stalker did take a lot of damage, though, so let's see what we've got there. The Marauder is still in a largely okay condition. It was really close to being a not okay condition, though. Okay, so, yeah. I mean, we could have gotten a Thunderbolt out of that, but that would have been all we would have got. The heavies aren't even on this list. So that's understood. At this point, we could go with one of these AC-5 rapid fires, and then probably, like, this medium laser here. That'll do for now. And yeah, you can see a lot of damage was soaked up by our Stalker. That's not surprising. So we'll continue here for now, and we're going to have another transmission here. For the moment, well, we can actually go through this. This is fine. We're getting close. When my father retired, he left his Archer in storage at the facility we just searched. When the base was decommissioned, the Archer was moved to the final location we have in our list. We need to get to that last location fast. No doubt Bowen and the Waco Rangers have a head start moving on that location. We will need to force them out before they lay claim to the mech. Okay, so yeah, I mean, that's all well and good, but we gotta go get repairs. So the next location is Berenson, and so we're gonna head up to here. There we go. And we gotta get these repairs underway. I'd also kind of like to check the mech market and see if there's anything up here, but we'll get the Awesome underway as well. So this is going to cost us a fair amount to get these repairs done, but we still have a very solid nest egg right now. So I'm not too concerned about that. And yeah, this is not anything that I'm willing to purchase at this time. So that looks good. Let's get this Awesome online. And if we wanted to get this into its default configuration, it would be like this, but we need an LRM-15 up here, ideally a stream. But we do have some LRM-15s, so we could put that in here. Large lasers are 5 tons, so if we wanted to upgrade those to PPCs, that wouldn't really be a thing. This is kind of filling the same niche right now as our Stalker. So that's noted. I would like to move these heat sinks out of the legs here, something like this, and move the LRM ammo out of the CT. There we go. Accidentally removed a single heatsink, so we would put that in over here. There we go. And this heatsink, we could put that in the CT. Something like this. So, like I said, this very much fills the same niche as our Stalker right now, and that's okay. So we'll go ahead and start work on that. That's going to cost 3 million C-bills and take 96 days, but that's understood. So we'll get that underway, and then, of course, we've got the Stalker here. So let's go ahead and hit the Repair All button. We're lacking a bunch of heat sinks and a large laser. We can put in this large laser. That'll be fine. And then as far as the heat sinks go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. Okay. That's a lot of single heat sinks. We've got 8 available here. So we can revert this and then repair all. That brings us to this situation, right? We can remove these 2 single heat sinks, and we can put in... What is this indicating? Oh, that's tier 5. Okay, noted. So that's definitely absolutely noted. The LRM-10 needs to be replenished, of course. And that, of course, means... No, that doesn't mean that. I was thinking that that means that the Awesome is in a better position, but it doesn't. So we have a large laser here, and then we wanted to put an additional large laser here. And then we have 2 tons, which are intended for heat sinks. So that would go here, and we would probably put the other one, well, maybe like here. It wouldn't really matter. So we would need 2 additional heat sinks. That's understood. So we're 2 tons underweight here. I'm going to get this started as is, and we'll leave that be. Okay, so we need a heatsink on this Marauder as well. Right. So the medium laser over here, single heatsink in the right leg. Sure. In fact, we could move the heatsinks into the CT. Something like that, and that's reasonably fine. We're going to be 1 ton underweight, so we're currently lacking 3 heatsinks. That is understood. This mech just needs armor repairs, and that's fine. And this Thunderbolt here... Oh, I just hit repair all. Yeah, I think the Thunderbolt also only needed armor repairs. Let's cancel the T-Bolt, though, and just make sure about that. Yeah, just armor repairs. So that seems absolutely fine. We'll start that work. Okay, now we're going to need to travel over to here. We know that we need 3 single heat sinks. So let's just hop over here and see if this has 3 single heat sinks. Hopefully it does. Okay, so we'll hop in here and grab ourselves, assuming it has some. I don't see single heat sinks here. That's unfortunate. Okay, we'll have to travel somewhere else then. Over to Remulak. Cool. Hopefully this place has some heat sinks, because we need at least 3 of them, and I'd like to stock up on a few more. Single heat sinks are very cheap, so it's not really that big of a deal. It's just this traveling. Okay, what do we got here? 7? Beautiful. We're gonna buy 7 single heat sinks, and that looks perfect. So the Stalker and the Marauder are not ready to be... They're not ready to have those installed yet. So that is absolutely fine. What is the timeline on that? 5 days on the Marauder? Okay. I'm going to wait on the Marauder here. Are we also going to wait on the Stalker? The Stalker's 52 days out. So I think we'll wait on the Marauder, and then we'll get that installed here. So we'll hop in the loadout, and we will install ourselves... Details, please. We'll install a single heatsink over, like, here. There we go. That's going to take 1 day and cost 1,000 C-bills. That's not a big deal. So we'll get that underway, and then we need to start traveling out over to Berenson. So we'll travel over this direction. That gets the Marauder refit, of course, and the Stalker refit should be fairly soon. We're going to have a little while left on that awesome refit, but that seems fine. Okay, so the Stalker is going to be in 13 days. We probably do want to have the Stalker, and we may even want to have the Awesome for our next mission. So let's advance the time here until the Stalker is refit, 5 days on that, and then 18 days on that Awesome, but I do definitely want to hop into the Stalker, and it's going to cost us a little bit more to install these here, but that is fine by me. So we're going to put in a single heatsink here, and we're going to put in a second single heatsink here. Okay, so something along the lines of that. So that's going to take 5 days. It's not a big deal. So now we will advance time forward until the Awesome is refit. There we go. And all of our mechs are now repaired and ready to go on this contract. So that seems excellent. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to launch this one, and we'll see how this goes. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse Xenocyte, Hiro Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.